Hello, and welcome to this college ASMR, where I will talk about my college experiences and give tips for new college students. So I recently graduated in May, and my major was information technology, but I also minored in justice studies. So I just want to say that this isn't like a complete guide to how to beat college or anything, but it's just kind of like what I went through and just some things I want to talk about. So as an incoming freshman, it can be pretty scary, especially if you're living with roommates. My freshman year roommate was fine, I guess. He went home a lot of weekends, which was nice. I like having the room to myself. And then the years after that, I was able to choose my roommate, and that was perfect. But I'm sure your college will give you like a roommate contract or something, or a roommate like survey where you can find roommates that are similar to you. But also check to see if like your college has groups or something on Facebook or different social media. Then you can try asking around and see where you want to live and like who you want to live with. Also, another thing I'll say is my dorm that I lived in it all 4 years of, my college career, and it was probably one of my favorite dorms. I mean, I haven't lived in other dorms, but like, when I visited other friends outside of my dorm, their dorms always seemed like boring, and like there was a lot of people and no one really hung out, but my dorm was like pretty small, and people did hang out with each other, and like I had a lot of friends in my dorm. So I do recommend meeting people like inside your dorm and befriend them, just because like you're all in a similar place and you all, I don't know, live in the same area, so it'll be easier to hang out and like study or go eat together. But it's also nice and important to hang out with people outside of your dorm. I mean, there's no specific reason for it, but it's just nice to hang out with a lot of different people. Also, college is a lot harder than high school. I mean, raise your hand if you barely had to like study or do too much in high school. I mean, high school was kind of annoying and like difficult at times too, but high school or college is like different type of hard. I don't know how to explain it, but like high school is difficult in its own little way. And I think it's because you have more free time and like you kind of have to make your own decisions. Classes may be longer and for less time during the week, so they may assign you a lot of homework and like things to read in your textbook. So in high school, you kind of just like have your class every day or like most of the days of the week, and like you have your homework assignments you have to do. But in college, they'll be like, read this chapter and do all of these assignments and stuff due next week. So it's like now you have this entire week to do work, and I don't know, it's just freeing to have so much time, but like also no time to do it because you end up doing other things or like procrastinating and stuff. Which, speaking of procrastination, when you're doing work, this phone, if I was rich and I could afford a new phone, I'd chuck it across the room right now. But when you're studying, put your phone like under your pillow or something and study at your desk or go to the library. I mean, it's nice to have your phone around you, but like it's a huge distraction, at least for me. And it would make me do homework a little longer. So I'd recommend not using your phone, but also knowing when to take a break. I took like a 15-minute break for every hour of work, but also sometimes I just sit on my phone after those 15 minutes. But it's like, whatever. Sometimes you're gonna make mistakes and you learn from them, and then you'll make the same mistakes, and it's whatever. We're all human. You'll live, you'll survive, you'll graduate, and you'll pass your classes. speaking of classes, some of my favorite classes were fictional writing and English. I remember I had to take an intro to English or something freshman year because like everyone needed a writing intensive class and they had to take the intro to English class. But my professor was cool. We did cool things. I remember junior year of high school, I had to prep for SATs and stuff, and there's like a lot of writing involved in the first section of the SATs. I think they changed the SATs up a little bit, so I'm not sure if they still have it, but for when I took it, they had a writing portion. And honestly, I think my writing was atrocious, absolutely atrocious before junior year of high school. But once I got better at writing, I got really good scores on my SATs, like writing portion, and I think I just became a better writer overall. I don't know how, but like, I think I like started enjoying it. I don't really know. But I mean, I still do enjoy writing, and I'm creative. Like in senior year of high school, I'd write a lot of poetries and like short stories with my friend. And I don't know, writing is just fun to me. And I remember freshman year English, we had to write a persuasive essay. And I don't really know what to like persuade people on. It's just not really my thing. Like, I don't really care to persuade anyone. It's like whatever you like. I mean, unless, I don't know, it's something bad, then yeah, I'll persuade you to not be a bad person. But I just didn't have anything to do, so I decided to go with what I liked. And I made a persuasive paper on whether I like, or not even that, whether esports is a real sport. And I think I argue that esports is a sport, but like not physical. I don't really remember. I mean, I know esports isn't a sport, but it's like, that's why it's an esports. It's not called sports. There's the letter E in front of it. It's like its own thing. But whatever. That class was fun. I got a B plus, but then I was very close to getting an A minus, so I asked my professor for an A minus, and he gave it to me. And that's happened like 4 times in my Greek myth class. I love that class. My professor was cool, and he remembered me and stuff. But I love my Greek myth professor and class. And fictional writing, I got an A in that because the professor was like, I can't grade you based on your creative work, because it's whatever, it's your own personal thing. So as long as you complete the assignments, you'll get an A. And this isn't me to boast. I'm pretty stupid, actually. I did pretty bad on some classes. Like, I do remember I took this computer science class second semester freshman year. I came in as a computer science major, actually, but I didn't like it, and IT was a little bit more for me. But anyways, I got like a C plus on a test, or not even that. I got a C plus overall, but I was close to a B minus. And I remember there was a question on the final exam. It was an online final exam, like in class, and I couldn't see the question clearly. It was like a tree. I don't remember what type of tree in computer science. No tree, I don't know. But I couldn't see it because the browser messed up or something. And I told my professor, hey, like if I got this question right, I'd have a B minus in the class. And he just gave me a B minus. Apparently a lot of people were doing really bad in that class, so maybe he was just happy to raise some grades. In my English technical writing class, that class was pretty cool. I had a B plus, but then I asked my professor for an A minus because I was close to the A minus. And honestly, I just like love English classes. Another class I really liked was SQL, which was an IT class for my major. That class was so like fun because I felt like the teacher really wanted to like teach and like help us succeed, and like the class was great because he taught us everything we needed. I barely had to Google things, and I don't know, it was an enjoyable time. We had fun assignments, and I'm pretty good at SQL now. I just think he taught it really well, and he ended up being my senior project advisor or supervisor. I don't know. Sponsor. He was my senior project sponsor. So yeah, that happened. And I also like this class. It was what's it called? Oh, something crime and science technology. Crime and technology. I don't remember. Something like that. But it had to do with crime and technology. This was for my major, the justice studies major. But since I already like know technology and stuff, and like I'm interested in technology, I thought it was cool. We learned about like internet scams and like, I don't know, like police stuff, but like online like stuff and like crimes. I don't know. It was interesting though. I liked that class. I didn't do great on the first exam, but all the rest of the exams were good. And that's because I use Quizlet. I used to not use Quizlet, but once I started using Quizlet, like, it was amazing. I had it so that it gave me definitions for words, and then there was a B, C, D, and you select the one that the word is. So it would be like a definition, and you select the word. And the Quizlet flashcard stuff just rocked. I honestly saw improvement in my grades using Quizlet, so I do recommend using Quizlet, especially if you don't have like any other methods that can help you. But like, try flashcards and Quizlet. Another thing I want to mention about college is, well, I guess it did end abruptly for me because it became online and I had to go back home, and I had like an online graduation that I didn't even watch. Did I? I don't remember watching my graduation, but whatever. I guess it's like, don't wait until senior year to do things you've always wanted to do. I mean, that wasn't really an issue with me. I don't really have too many regrets from college. Like, I think I had fun and like I had an enjoyable time. Like, I made sure I was happy. I don't know, it was very difficult to be happy sometimes, and college was a very big struggle for me. It was probably the hardest, most emotional 4 years of my life, but it was some of the most amazing years of my life too. Like, I was able to leave home, my hometown. I went to school in a different state, made new friends. Like, it was great, honestly. Like, my friends that I still talk to today, if you're watching this ASMR and you're my friend from college, I just want you to know that I love you, and thank you for making school better than what it was, because honestly it kind of sucked. But, or like academically wise and stuff, it sucked, but like social wise it was pretty good. But yeah, this video wasn't meant to scare you. I guess the key takeaway is to, this is too broad, but like, know when to have fun and know when you have to seriously study and stuff. But honestly, it's just like, take time for yourself, take classes that interest you along with classes that you need to graduate and stuff. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to learn from mistakes, and always write down everything. Take notes in class, write down in a scheduler for like when you're gonna do homework. Just, I don't know, set up a schedule and use Quizlet. Alright, good luck with college and goodbye.